a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Welcome to the 5th season of the Great American Science Fair. And I'm your host, the one, the only, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Science is a many splendored thing since the beginning of time, back in the olden days, the first trillionth of a second after the Big Bang. Energy was matter. Matter was energy, and E equals MC square ruled. And here with me tonight is my effervescent yet somewhat adolescent co-host, Miss Taylor Swift.
Oh, hey, Neil. You be careful, or I'll write a song about you too.
I'd like you to write a song on me.
All right, let's get to it. Tonight, you will meet 8 of the United States' top female scientists. Yes, that's right, female, just like me.
The word female echoes with an elaborate effect, and the contestants are ushered out in swimsuits with long white lab coats on and in matching black rimmed glasses.
It was beautiful, Taylor. I don't know quite of your talent. It is of the universe, or maybe otherworldly.
How big is space? As big as my heart, Neil?
Oh, it's bigger than most people think.
These female scientists have been handpicked from across the country to compete in our The Future is Female Great American Science Fair. For those of you new to our competition, this is how it works.
Fuck! I'm sorry.
It's hard for Gracie to understand physics because she works with dolphins, right? Moving on. The way it works.
LOL, Neil. I was just telling them that.
The way it works. Over the course of 8 challenges, our professional female scientists will compete in a series of science competitions in the hopes of receiving $1 million from Be More Cosmetics. Be the woman you've always wanted to be. Be the woman your man wants you to be. Be the woman the world wants you to be. Be more.
Neil, science it blows my mind. And that's why I can always count on Be More Cosmetics to blow mine. It gives me the confidence that science gives me. Like, I didn't go to college, but if I did, I would totally have majored in science.
These $1 million can be used to fund their dream projects, which each contestant pitched in a star-studded panel, including my co-host, Taylor Swift, Bill Nye the Science Guy, Jane Goodall, and the tremendously lifelike apparition of Mr. Wizard. Let's see a moment of our in-person interviews that help determine which women would qualify for the competition.
It's my hope with the $1 million, I can promote continued education on climate change and hopefully stop the polar ice caps from melting in 30 years.
Hey, Gar. Can I call you Gar?
Oh, okay.
I love your lip stain, but have you tried Be More's Berry Red Sensation? It's like totally perfect for your skin tone.
Dr. Benton, is it? You're so accomplished. I wonder even why you're here, Dr. Benton.
Thank you so much, Bill. You're too kind.
After my work on the last space mission, I guess I just decided to take some time and write a bit of a memoir.
Becky, can I call you Becky?
I really don't like it.
Here's the thing. We as women need to get our stories out into the universe, like for you, literally. Got it? But we need to also get our lips out there. Am I right?
I do believe Garland is wearing that very shade tonight. If I may, Garland, could you be more sexy? And Rebecca, be still my heart. Oh. Why are women the fairest sex? Well, it seems that a woman has never officially won this competition, so we thought we would level the playing field.
All of the women look like they might act out against the last comment, but stop themselves watching the blinking sign stating $1 million.
Last year, Dr. Thomas Mulryan won for his complex work on molecular compounds, which he explained while building an entire sculpture of the Swedish chef out of marshmallows. This year, we thought we would bring it back to basics, and our contestants will compete in a series of science fair competitions, ranging anywhere from the dreaded egg drop to our exploding volcano.
Is she kidding?
How could she be with this much prize money at stake? Let's begin with our Synapse Challenge. Each episode, we will have an event that the women must complete in 1 hour. We call this one the Pass the Banana Challenge. Contestants will be placed in teams of 2. One woman will have to pick up the banana with her teeth, pass them to her teammate, at which point she will be responsible for dropping them in the monkey's mouth in honor of our expert panel, Jane Goodall. The team to get the most bananas wins a full spread in Scientific American magazine.
But first, a bit more on our panel of experts as they will serve us during the competition. Our panel will be available to serve as a voice of reason, phone a friend, and in Mr. Wizard's case, a celestial being.
Happy to be here.
The ghost of Mr. Wizard is brought to us tonight by Apparition Buddies, this new and exciting science company using cutting-edge technology to create a hologram that mimics the gestures and personality flaws of our dead loved ones. By bringing together data from the internet, images, and first-person personal accounts, we can have our nearest and dearest back for the low price of $999,999. Apparition Buddies. There's no price tag on forever.
Ooh. Huh. Well, I'll be.
Oh, don't worry, Jane. You'll be one soon.
Apologies, Mr. Tyson.
Dr. Tyson.
Sure. The ghost of Mr. Wizard is really cool, and I definitely want to unpack that later, but I'm really confused as to what passing bananas to each other and dropping them in the monkey's mouth has anything to do with experiments?
Why, Gracie, everything has to do with science. Science is an exercise of finding what is true. The scientific method involves a testing, hypothesis, and peer review. Out of such a process, we find emergent truth, which is better than anything we've ever come up with as a human race. Gracie, when you pick up that banana and drop it in the monkey's mouth, we are discovering as a human race if such a process is possible, if such a process is valid, if such a process is true.
Everything has to do with science.
Sorry, Gracie. Your hypothesis has been denied.
What's going on?
If for any reason the contestant is not willing to stay open, challenge themselves, grow, or seek truth, they are eligible for immediate disqualification.
But that wasn't in the rules.
6 contestants left.
I'm ready to put some bananas in my mouth.
Oh, I thought you'd say that, Candy. You're first.
But first, let's say hello and goodbye to our fallen contestant, Gracie Sinclair.
Hi, everyone. I'm Gracie Sinclair, and my purpose in life is to study these little guys. Say hello to Bobo. He's a 26-year-old bottlenose dolphin. He's a playful and curious creature that can sleep by resting one side of his brain at a time. Man, I wish I could use that in my dating life. Why dolphins? Well, they have 2 stomachs, can live up to 50 years, and are one of the smartest ocean animals. With the $1 million prize, my hope is to continue to promote conservation and save our oceans. Thanks for having me, Great American Science Fair.
Gracie, confused, is ushered to an oversized set of beakers and glass paraphernalia. She is placed under an oversized test tube that traps her inside.
Every time one of our scientists says goodbye, they will comfortably watch from our life-size science kit sponsored by Be More Cosmetics. Be free, be hip, be what your man wants you to be. Be more.
Can I breathe in here?
Can I breathe in here? The jokes just keep rolling at the
Great American Science Fair!
Let's check in on our 6 remaining contestants.
Candy is taking the bananas in her mouth very slowly, while Tabitha keeps dropping them and cursing under her breath. Rebecca Benton drops the last banana in her monkey.
It looks like we have a winner. Come on down, Rebecca and Tracy. Tell us more about you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tracy Mines. I'm a 32-year-old forensic anthropologist, like bones.
Aww.
I'm most interested in violent crimes.
And Tracy, what is your favorite shade of lip stain from Be More Cosmetics?
I'm actually fairly allergic to lipstick, so I haven't really been able to try any of them on. You should see, one little bit of it, hives just everywhere.
I'm sorry. It states clearly in the rules that if you can't try Be More Cosmetics and be their international spokeswoman, you can't play. Let's say goodbye to our dear fallen Tracy.
I didn't die. What's going on?
You'll wish you had when you see the fabulous prizes that the women are eligible for in the upcoming rounds.
Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Tracy Mines, and I am a forensic anthropologist. Just call me Bones. So basically, I look at dead bodies and can tell you what happened if they were brutally killed. I use the tissue and the corpse as a de facto roadmap.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I actually just got out of a long-term thing.
Tracy and I dated for 3 months. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
What's the secret of life? I think I'm more interested in the secret of good death because
Tracy is vaulted into one of the life-size beakers.
So sad. Goodbye, Tracy. But as you know, at the Great American Science Fair, you never quite know when any remaining contestants will call upon some of their fallen sisters as a support in the final round. And now, Rebecca, you and I have something in common, don't we?
Space?
We may love to see what's in space, but I also love looking at what's 2 inches away from me right now.
Excuse me? That's
What do you
really.
love most about space?
I mostly love helping empower young women as an advocate for STEM programs in schools. There aren't enough young women going into the field, and I want to encourage bright young
Boring.
women.
Next.
What was that?
Oh, come on, Becky, give me the good stuff. We have history.
Okay, that was a one-time thing, Neil. And I was very young. Can you please stop? You're making me uncomfortable.
Becky, why don't you love me anymore?
Rebecca.
Becky, you can't even answer me with a straight face. There's still something here. Can't you feel it? What about space makes you tick? You catch me?
I can see you're not going to give this up.
Good scientists don't give up.
Fine. Fine. Here's a fun fact. A full NASA suit costs $12 million.
That's not a fact about space.
There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way.
Boring.
Space is completely silent, like I wish you were now.
We all know that, Becky. I love it when you get testy.
There is an uncountable number of stars in the known universe.
Yes, I like that too.
If I may, Neil.
You must absolutely may not.
And now for the first challenge. Drum roll, please. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Bill, this is not your show. I will not tolerate another outburst like that again.
Hey guys, what do protons and life coaches have in common? Hey guys, they know how to stay positive.
Oh, fun. I love jokes.
Is this really still about what happened in 2003?
You know, we don't talk about what happened in 2003.
I can tell this is gonna be a great joke.
What did the T cells say to the infection? No one? Anyone? Is there antibody out there?
Okay, boys, that's it. Let's play nice.
Neil changes his physicality with the camera off him. He rushes at Bill Nye.
And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Are you a woman? Do you often feel unsure as to how to exist in a man's world? Well, look no further. We have just the patch for you. Lady, it's pink and fits perfectly on your clothing. See? Lady scientist. You can label a lady doctor, lady rocket scientist, lady entrepreneur, and never get confused as to who you're dealing with. The pink says it all. Lady, the patch for the proud woman.
Wow, I need one of those patches. I don't feel like a lady today, Neil. Do you?
No, Taylor, but I feel like being in a lady. Like Becky. And here we are, the first core challenge, the volcano. More than 80% of the Earth is volcanic in origin. The seafloor and some mountains were formed by endless volcanic eruptions. Did you know there are more than 500 active volcanoes in the world today? And today, ladies and gentlemen, you get to decide who explodes their volcano with enough gusto to be worthy of a week on the moon. That's right. The winner of our first challenge will receive their very own week on the moon's surface, courtesy of Moon Tours.
Ladies, approach your workstations. We have placed all of the ingredients to make a successful science fair volcano in front of you. There's just one catch. You. will be doing this entirely blindfolded, like how I was in the bedroom last night.
Oh, Taylor, you naughty little angel, you.
I mean, all my life, I was just conditioned to be the good girl, and that the applause from strangers was all I needed.
Lots of bedroom metaphors happening.
What was that, Gar? Do you need more lip stain?
Oh, no, I was just clearing my throat because global warming is making it hard to breathe. And if I got that $1 million, I could promote change so humans in the future can continue to have sustainable oxygen.
OMG, you're so woke. I love that for you.
But wait, there's more to this challenge. It's not just about exploding that volcano, but can you do an entire set of stand-up jokes while doing it? It is your job to entertain the audience, and the winner will be chosen by them. Audience, check to the right of your seats. You will find a small remote that allows you to vote. Once you've decided who you feel has successfully exploded their volcano in the most entertaining way, you go ahead and lock in their name on your keypads and press enter.
I like jokes.
So wait, just to get this straight, it doesn't matter if we explode said volcano, just that we're entertaining while we do it?
That is correct. Women, on your mark, get set, volcano!
Hey, audience, why didn't the volcano have any money?
Why?
It went bankrupt. Oh, okay. Why does a baby volcano? What does a baby volcano say to his volcano mum?
What?
Magma.
Candy has taken the ingredients and is seductively slathering them on her breasts. The poll from the audience can be seen aggressively voting for Candy.
Hey, all, do you want me to keep going?
Candy combines the ingredients in her breasts, and they slowly start to bubble.
Hey, audience. What sound? What kind of a dessert comes out of a musical volcano? Hey, audience. Hey. Baklava. It's bach. Get it?
Candy has successfully created an eruption in her breasts, and it shoots into her face.
We have a winner! Our sexologist with her playful use of ingredients. Candy J is taking home 1 week on the moon. Congratulations, Candy. Someone gets excited by explosions.
If you want to see me conduct more experiments with my body, follow me on my OnlyFans. You get 15% off if you live below the Mason-Dixon line.
Our contestant with the least votes is Betty DeMoliers. Betty, come on down and say goodbye.
But I'm curing cancer. I really need the money.
Oh, come on, Betty. It's not like you're dealing with rocket science.
No, this is just ridiculous. We haven't conducted one real experiment. And has anyone even checked on the fallen contestants who are back in the life-size sign kits?
The women look back and see Gracie Sinclair is on the ground convulsing.
Excuse me, Mr. Tyson?
Dr. Tyson.
What just happened over there? Someone please tell me what just happened. Hey everyone, I'm the lucky gal at the dinner party that gets to say after the main course, I'm curing cancer. Really? That's the clip you used? I talked about what the money is going to do to save millions of lives, and that's the clip you used? You know what? I'm leaving. I can't sit here and just take this.
Mr. Molius, why are you upset with Dr. Tyson?
Please get the cameras out of my face.
Is it true that you had a breakdown in 2018 that prompted you to take a leave of absence from work for 3 months?
Excuse me?
Gracie's lifeless body is being pushed behind on a stretcher.
What is going on with her?
Are you trying to deflect from your nervous breakdown?
My mother died.
Mr. Molius.
Excuse me. What's your name?
Dylan.
They couldn't even get a female producer for this show. You know, 1 million is not nearly enough for our research. It's like a blip, a tiny blip. Somebody please get me a car. Why am I trapped back here?
Y'all, drop those butts into those seats because we're about to drop eggs on the floor. Welcome to the Egg Drop Challenge.
Why aren't you making the egg drop?
Absolutely no idea. They rushed me back here for B footage. What does that mean?
Isn't it true that you both dated the same man?
I haven't dated a man in 7 years.
Betty, you keep ignoring the question.
Am I disqualified now?
Garland, can you please explain what your relationship was to Todd Baines?
Who will win? Will Betty Demolius find a way out? Who is Todd Baines? Find out all this and more at the Great American Science Fair. But first, a word from our sponsors. Do you ever feel that not so fresh feeling in a meeting when one person is talking over you and you want to clear the air and the room of a difficult person? Search no further and whip out a can of hostile sexism. Hostile sexism is a combination of every green scent, hospital odor, flop sweat, and essence of litter box. One quick pump will send all of your participants running in 5 different directions. Worry this won't work over Zoom? Think again. Our advanced technology allows for the spray to go through the computers and waft out their modem in an effective and quick puff. They'll be running out their front door in no time, and you'll be left alone with a smug sense of satisfaction, knowing you can get your work done in peace. Hostile sexism, now available in peach flavors. And without further ado, back to our previously scheduled program.
Garland, can you please explain your relationship with Todd Baines?
We were a thing. Briefly, just a thing.
Rebecca Benton has won the egg drop.
Becca is killing this competition.
Someone please get me out of here ASAP.
Wait, don't you want to stick around? They bring people back for redemption rounds on this thing. Oh, listen, please don't leave me here by myself.
This place is insane. Do you realize we signed a contract that says they can say anything they want about us and we have no recourse? Why did we sign that? We're professionals, Gar.
Ladies, all of the girl power exists in this moment. Like, let's talk about how we can get you back on that stage. You know what I brought you? I brought you more lip stain because I find that being more lip stain always helps me feel more confident.
The action is shifted back to the competition where Candy Day is constructing a geodesic dome out of tampons. She finishes the science project and proudly holds it up.
Candy, get over here.
Neil, I thought you'd never ask. I'm missing out on all the fun.
Please, Call me Dr. Tyson. Only so I can hear you call me Dr. Tyson. It looks like you and Becky Benson have made it to the finals.
What about me? No, seriously, I haven't been eliminated. Louis Leakey was my great uncle. I deserve some respect.
Hey, lady, let's harness these good female vibes.
I'm still in this competition.
Here's the thing, babe. The audience voted behind your back. And they decided that you weren't really someone they wanted to see in the final. Luckily, though, we have a spot open on the celebrity panel. And your show is popular enough that you can come join me. What do you say? I mean, you can ask the apparition buddy of Mr. Wizard anything you want. Anything. Although, I have to warn you, he's a little handsy.
I want to compete.
I want people not to take awards out of my hands, but we can't have everything.
Let's say goodbye to our fallen contestant, Tabitha Leakey.
So, I'm Tabitha, and I'm your punk rock paleontologist. Now, my great uncle was Louis Leakey, so I am leaking prehistoric knowledge. Yes, I discovered a new dinosaur last year while excavating a T-Rex. Yes, you want to be my best friend. Yes, I also enjoy an eating challenge. I do all this and more on my Travel Channel show. Woo-hoo!
The final challenge. The human-sized rat maze. You will both be dropped into a rat maze that mimics the kind that scientists use to explore innate psychological states, such as anxiety and critical mental process like spatial navigation, learning and memory. And today, we will see what happens when we drop two overeducated women into one.
What happens when I go in the maze, Neil?
Natural selection, Taylor. Natural selection.
What did you just say?
Education.
There will be different obstacles along the way, and we may see some familiar faces on our journey. Each woman will be outfitted with their own POV camera so we can take the journey with them. We will follow them both through what they see.
Neil deGrasse Tyson smacks them both on the ass and points to the maze.
Get moving, ladies. Get moving.
Excuse me, what did you just do?
He slaps her ass again.
Okay, you just had your last... Cannot believe this is happening right now. Save it for the memoir. That's what you're going to do. Save it for the memoir. Never again.
Candy saunters into the maze, taking the other pathway.
Do you know the key to acing any test? Have a good orgasm.
My, Candy, is it hot in here?
Yes, Neil. You demand in your contract that the studio always be a scorching 99 degrees because you run cold.
The following action travels back and forth between Rebecca and Candy's POV. It feels slightly like a video game as they peek around edges looking for the next path forward. Rebecca suddenly trips over the body of Gracie Sinclair, who has Be More Cosmetics unnaturally smeared all over her face. Rebecca starts giving Gracie CPR.
Hello? Hello? Can someone please come here immediately? Gracie needs help.
Why do you feel the need to help Gracie?
Excuse me? Can you please call 911?
Do you feel that it's something stemming from the trauma of your father leaving in childhood?
How do you even... What is this? Is she?
You better get moving before Candy wins.
Candy is going very slowly through the maze. She is letting her fingertips graze across the bushes and enjoying every last moment of it. She approaches a grouping of very attractive men watching her all naked and covered in whipped cream.
Well, this is unfair. How dare you? You always know I want some dessert.
Gar, what do you think Becca should do?
Honestly, I'm just really confused. I'm just worried about the polar ice caps melting. And at some point, this man took me out of the competition and started pushing me back and forth to different areas. Climate change is very real. Do you understand that in 30 years, we will have a major shift in our climate and world? It will be harder to breathe. I need this money. I need to get more visibility so we can stop this. Why isn't anyone hearing me?
Holding Gracie is not going to bring her back to life.
Can somebody please get my cell phone?
Becca, get moving or we're going to bring Tabitha back in the game.
You know what? Fine. Bring her back. Just get me out of here.
I'm sorry. That's simply not possible.
I don't understand why you can't just give me my things.
Betty, do you want to talk about why do you feel the need to leave right now?
Uh-oh. Audience, do you know what time it is?
Sudden death!
That's right. The women will have 2 minutes to complete the maze, or they will be covered in a mist of highly toxic gas.
Can they do that?
Help! Help!
Audience, do you want to help the ladies out?
Left! Right! Go straight!
This doesn't make any sense.
Candy has found the finish line and gracefully prances through.
Well, I'll be a chickadee. It looks like we have a winner. World-renowned sexologist Dr. Candy Day.
Against all laws of science, Candy successfully aced the test and is officially the winner of
the Great American Science Fair!
Taylor, did you know that we are all stardust? In fact, when you die, your energy goes back into the universe. And in fact, energy is infinite.
No,
just like you.
Oh my God. I didn't know that. I'm
of course
infinite.
Let's meet our delicious winner.
Hey y'all. I always thought my name was destined to be Candy, because once you start sucking, you don't want to stop. I'm just a Southern belle with opinions. I want to use the money to further my exploration in ass play. Don't you want to know more?
Hey.
How did you get here? Aren't you part of the panel?
I can translocate. See? They've made me an obstacle for the competition. Dummy Mr. Wizard is still on the panel. I can't let you pass unless you answer 3 questions.
But I already lost. Don, I think Gracie's dead. I think people let someone die.
Why, nobody has called me Don in years. And quite frankly, I don't like it. That's Dr. Don. I mean, Wizard to you. Dr. Wizard. Well, here we go. To get out of here, you still must face my wrath. Question 1. Are we alone in the universe?
Don, you know there's no real answer to that question.
Dr. Wizard, and you lose. All of you women scientists are the same. You think you understand what is happening in the universe, but you don't. You can't, because you're not a man.
Rebecca sees a button on the side of Mr. Wizard and lunges, pushing it. He is turned off and evaporates.
I never liked your show anyway, Don.
Look at this beautiful audience tonight. Why, if I could just invite you over for some sweet tea, we could really get to know each other. I'd like to thank Edge Play, my fans, and the sensation I get when sitting on the bathroom floor.
Well, where did the ghost go?
I've got it. Handling it. On it.
Like, what are you even putting the $1 million towards?
The advanced study of ass play.
I can't.
Beemore is just gonna love you as their spokesperson.
Suddenly, we hear the loud beeps of the fire alarm. Water is cascading onto everyone left in the studio, and the cameras start to sizzle and shut down.
We're offline. Everyone evacuate the studio. Repeat, evacuate the studio.
Hey, are you okay, Candy?
This stuff is disgusting. It clumps.
Okay.
Where the hell is Rebecca? We did our fellowships together. Where is she?
Candy rushes back to find Rebecca barely alive. Candy begins giving Rebecca CPR.
What happened?
You passed out.
Is it raining?
Oh, somebody pull the fire alarm. Come on, we need to get out of here.
Wait, we need some B footage while we're evacuating.
I'll give you B footage.
Candy knees him in the balls.
Aren't you afraid they'll take away the prize money?
They haven't caught any of this on camera. Did you know the durability of the reproductive system? A woman has the capacity to give birth to 35 babies in her lifetime. Ooh. Well, that's not the point. And they shouldn't. The point is that we can create life up to 35 times. We are gods, my lovelies. And these men will not take money away from me because sex sells. And every time a man watches me on TV bending and sighing and licking, he's reminded that I can create life. And he cannot hold life within his body. Well, I also want him to. You know.
I wish I could say I found that statement profound, but I don't.
We all have our strong suits. Space is silent. Becca, what were you thinking? Also, you fucked Tyson? Oh, girl, I thought you were better than that.
Oh my God, I was 23.
So, let us know where you are, what you're up to.
Oh, well, after the one female episode of the Great American Science Fair became the most viewed show of all time, my show was moved to network and it's been doing really well. After that challenge where I had to explore my comedy, I decided to do stand-up on the side. You can see me at Caroline's next Friday.
I really don't want to talk about this.
You agreed to come on the show, Rebecca.
Well, you threatened me with the pictures.
Rebecca, is it true that your main purpose in coming on the program, as you were a contestant that is already at the top of your field and didn't need the publicity, was a public attempt to take down Neil deGrasse Tyson in your memoir?
I'm not going to answer that.
Candy, how much did you love winning GASF?
Well, I loved winning more than an afternoon delight sandwiched between two men with 0% body fat and a side of grits.
What did you do with the money?
Well, I'm spearheading a Southern Women's Health Initiative and ass play.
That's what we like to hear.
Who, me? I'm pretty much doing the same thing. Ooh, this one homicide came in last week, and the blood pattern was just...
Betty, would you like to tell us about the lawsuit?
My attorney doesn't want for me to speak about that at this time, but I'm happy to talk to you about a new therapy being used to cure cancer.
Ngar, Can I call you Gar?
As you wish.
You served as a sounding board quite frequently to the contestants. Do you think it's something about your personality that made them comfortable talking to you?
Over the past 100 years, global temperatures have warmed by 1 degree Celsius. It is going to keep getting warmer. We have to do something.
Gracie died. How have we not discussed that yet?
I think my biggest takeaway is
this show was not about science.
Or women. Or me. They missed out on some major opportunities.
Hey, you going to promo my show? Well, I can get in the bones stance if you want.
Tracy, the big question everyone wants to know, why compete?
Have you ever read a book by Kathy Reichs? No? Is You Dead? Speaking in Bones? She does what I do. And she writes these novels about her discoveries. So she's one of the top forensic anthropologists. She was a producer on Bones. Big deal. We have the same birthday. I always thought that was so cool that we had the same birthday. Well, she did an examination of Casey Anthony's daughter, Kaylee. She claims she found nothing wrong during her exploration. The girl was well nourished. End of story. She was responsible for one of the most important televised murder trial verdicts of the last 20 years, and she does what I do. I mean, wow, weird, right? I guess why I came on the show, the reason why I wanted to be a part of this competition is I always wanted to be Kathy, but opportunities and my, personality never made that possible. I've always been scared of the living. They breathe and move and shift and need. I'm really scared of needs. When I'm with the bodies, they also have a story. They're telling me how they died, how they lived, what their vices were. The dead are like tree rings, every year captured in their tissue, their nails, their selves. I also wanted to make friends with the other women who were in the sciences. I thought they might get me more than, most people. Even though what happened, I think it's important the show was made. Young women need to have more women to look up to if they're a little weird. They need to know it's okay to be weird. It's okay to want facts, to live by facts. It's okay to need, not to need. It just, what the world tells us to need, I guess. I mean, men, children, homes, it's okay to want something else, to live in other people's stories, discover them, craft them, tell them. We can be responsible for great things. I think that's why it's about visibility, I guess.